today is my 36-week bump date. This is crazy, guys. I may have a Christmas Day baby. You'll have to wait and see. It very could well easily possibly be a Christmas Day baby because, like I said before, my due date is December 22nd. I typically have gone 2 to 3 days late with all the rest of the kids, which takes me to Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. We are getting very close to that, so stay tuned and you'll see. First off, guys, I wanted to show you my baby belly, how it's growing and what it's doing. So I'm about ready to show you what it looks like at 36 weeks, how it's growing. I think it's getting pretty big and it's low. Here it is, guys. Hi guys, so here is the 36-week belly and what it looks like right now and from this side. And I got this shirt just recently at the thrift store for like $3. Can't beat that. You're having a baby sister? Come here. Kellyanna wants to join it. She says she's excited to have a baby sister. Say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi to Jewel for real. This is Kellyanna. She's cute and she wants to see Linnea soon. All right, go run off. I'm having trouble finding long shirts that will cover all my belly since I'm so big and low now. And this covered up. And so this is from this side.
I'm having baby sister.
You guys might hear that like 10 more times. And then this is from the front.
I'm having baby sister.
And then this is the bare belly. From this side.
And I'm having
And this side.
a baby sister.
All right, guys, so that is what it looks like. It's really growing. When I read about 36 weeks, where you are with your baby, it says it grows an ounce a day. Usually, it says it grows an ounce a day usually, and then it's typically around almost 6 pounds by now. That's pretty big. So almost 6 pounds and 18.5 inches long. So over a foot and a half long. And so it's no wonder it's as big as it is. They said right about now, the baby is shedding its downy covering of hair that it had, and also shedding its waxy substance that it had over it to protect it from the amniotic fluid that's been around it for the past 9 months, and it's getting ready for birth. The other thing they said that right now, where I'm at with my pregnancy, I'm considered early term, so I'm not considered preterm anymore. I would just be considered like early term, and then that goes till 39 weeks, and 40 weeks are considered full term, and then 41 plus weeks is considered late term. So I'm now in early term. They say right about now to try to eat smaller meals more frequently so you have less problems because your stomach is really being crowded right now and you don't really have much of a stomach. And the other thing is they said actually soon you may discover you have an easier time breathing and less heartburn because the baby's going to start dropping more and more and more into the pelvis, and that kind of alleviates those symptoms, but then gives you symptoms of having to pee more at night and feeling extreme pressure in your vaginal area, like there's a bowling ball sitting there. So you kind of exchange some symptoms for other symptoms. I'm ready to experience less trouble breathing and less heartburn. That sounds good to me. So yeah, because right now, if I'm talking about my symptoms that I've been experiencing, I have all of a sudden the heartburn has kicked up a notch even more. What started off as like hardly any heartburn during this pregnancy has increased. I was taking like only like one Tums every other day, and then I was taking 1 Tums every day. Now I'm taking about 2 Tums to 3 Tums every day, which is still less than my other pregnancies because by the end I was popping the maximum amount of doses of Tums you could possibly pop in a day, which I think was like 6. So it is still less, but I'm looking forward to decreasing the amount of Tums that I take. And like I said, when they said about eating more frequent meals, when they say about eating smaller meals more frequently, I do notice that I should be doing that too, because that there is not as much room in my stomach, and that if I eat too much, I get too carried away in one sitting, and eat about the same as I normally would when I'm not pregnant, that I will feel gross. I will feel sick to my stomach. I won't feel good. And sometimes it leads to nausea, which is not fun. So I really have to tell myself in my brain, even though my body wants more food, no. And I do notice, I will say, I read about that you can have an increased flatulence during this point in pregnancy, more burping and farting. And they say typically that's what you experience at this point in your pregnancy, unless you're one of the lucky few. So I'm mentioning this even though it's TMI, because most ladies experience this at this point in their pregnancy. Definitely more burping, and if I have air trapped in there and I'm not burping the way I should, then that can lead to nausea too. I just feel like I'm at the point in pregnancy where I just feel a lot of heaviness, and that's normal. If they say that I'm like, the baby's about 6 pounds now, is head down and is dropping into the pelvis. So I guess that's typical at this point in pregnancy, but I'm feeling extremely heavy. It's hard to move around. I need a stool in our shower just to shave my legs, because I used to just like prop up my legs to shave them, and that doesn't work anymore because I'm too big and I'd be out of balance and I might fall over on my back or face or whatever. So now I require a stool in the shower with a rag over it to make sure it's sanitary, and to just shave my legs. It's pretty pathetic. I'm definitely feeling tired still, and I said I think last time that I would get my thyroid checked between my 34-week and my 36-week bump date, and I did. And it did come back low normal again. I did say in this pregnancy that every time I get it checked, it has come back low normal. The same thing happened. It came back basically the same levels I got it checked a month ago, even though I increased the dose. So now I have to increase the dose again. But the doctor informed me that this is the last time I'm getting my thyroid checked this pregnancy, because I am 36 weeks and they're increasing the dose now. And I usually get it checked every 4 to 6 weeks. So they said that will be it for this pregnancy. You'll come back about 3 weeks postpartum to get your thyroid checked again. And hopefully, because the baby's out by then, that I won't need an increased dose of the thyroid medication at that time, because I'm tired of increasing it. But I'm glad that my doctor knows to check it every 4 to 6 weeks and knows to keep an eye on it, because it could have very well easily led to a miscarriage, because that's one of the big pregnancy symptoms for thyroid problems, if you don't keep an eye on your thyroid and keep it at good levels. And I'm sure because I had to increase it every 4 to 6 weeks, that it would have led to a miscarriage if it wasn't checked regularly and thoroughly. So kudos to my doctor. I appreciate that, that way I didn't have any of those kind of complications. So hopefully in the stretch of pregnancy towards the end, because I'm increasing the dose, I hopefully will have less tiredness because my thyroid was increased. So I'm at the point now where I'm just ready to be done. I'm scared, but I'm ready to be done, if that makes sense. I'm scared that, I'm ready to be done because of all these symptoms, and to get my body back to myself. That's the point you get at this point in pregnancy. I'm just ready to have it be over with and see the baby's face, little Linnea that we've been talking about for months and months, and see her face for the first time and get these symptoms, like I said, over with. But then at the same time, I'm scared to death. I'm all of a sudden, I said to Randy the other night, I'm sitting there thinking about what I have to go through again. This is not fun, guys. It doesn't matter how many times you've done it. It doesn't mean just because this is my 5th pregnancy that I don't mind it at all, that it's awesome to me. It's not fun. It's painful, and I don't enjoy going through it. I don't know who. I'm sure there's some people that enjoy it. I don't know. I'm sure there's some people out there, but I'm just thinking about, oh my word, this has to come out. I'm just thinking about the pushing phase. I can handle, for me and my body, I can handle up to 8 centimeters pretty easily. That's fine with me, but once I get beyond 8 centimeters, it's not fun. and I want it to be done. You got to go through it. I mean, I'm already there. There's no going back. And so I got to get this thing over with. But it's nerve-wracking because that pushing phase is just like, you know, to have to push a big head out of you. I explain it's like a, you know, being constipated and trying to push a watermelon out. That's all I got to say about that. And, you know, once that part is over with, I mean, the placenta coming out, you don't even feel. Because, you feel, but it's like nothing. Because you just pushed a watermelon out. I have another appointment coming up on Monday to find out my weight. I know I've been saying that I haven't gained any weight. I haven't gained any weight for like a month. And so they're going to be checking that, and I don't know what they'll do for it if I haven't gained any weight. But I'd be surprised if I haven't gained any weight because I've really kicked eating up a notch, I feel like. I would just be really surprised if I didn't gain any weight. So we'll see what they say and if they have any concerns for it, if I didn't, and if they'll send me for an ultrasound. So guys, I've been doing a lot of work over the past few weeks on preparing for Linnea. I have the swing up, the bouncy seat, the car seat installed. Everything's washed, everything's put in. Stuff is in her drawers. I'm ordering stuff that needs ordered for the baby, and we're really preparing. And which is why like some of our vlogs on Family for Real have been a little slow right now. But we've been really preparing and really getting ready, and we're pretty much ready for her. I still have to pack my birth bag, which I can I'll show you my birth bag at 38 weeks pregnant. But we got her, that I have to do yet. I discovered when they gave me the list of in your birth bag, there's like quite a few things that they put on there that I just discovered over the different births that I've had that you don't really need. And then things that they didn't list that I needed. So I'll show you that at 38 weeks. And I even created my birthing hopes and dreams that the birth center likes to see. Talia is coming to my birth now. I did decide that. She could easily walk out in the waiting room with my mom if it becomes too much for her. But I did ultimately decide that she is coming. I said on here that for my birthing hopes and dreams that, you know, Randy would be there to support me, obviously, in my birth. And he's pretty good and supportive. And then I said on here that that Talia would be coming and my mom to support Talia. Talia would really like to be there. That's why, like, I ultimately decided to let her. I mean, it really was her decision, but I just was unsure and I was trying to decide, but I decided it was okay. And if you want to keep an eye on Family for Real, I'm going to be vlogging it. So we have a vlog on Family for Real. Go check that out on the link below. I mean, for me personally, when I go through birthing experiences, I like to hear things like, "You're awesome, Julie. Good job." Like, "You were made to do this." I mean, everybody's different, but I love hearing positive things. It helps me get through the pain. People communicating with me, telling me that I'm doing a good job is just something that helps me. So things that I wrote on the birth plan, they just want to know like what helps you so that they can help you better. And only you know your body the best. So it's kind of nice that they take that into consideration and look at your birth plan. But I let them know that my birth ball really helps me, and you know, bouncing to music on the birth ball. I've done that in the past. Soaking in the hot tub, but usually soaking in the hot tub only helps until I'm like 7 centimeters. Once I'm 7 centimeters, I actually wouldn't want a water birth for me personally, because by then I'm getting actually uncomfortable in the jacuzzi, and I rather get up and lay down on the bed sideways. For me anyway, it only helps in the more early stages of my birth. One thing I noticed is when I had my thing was sweeping of the membranes. I had that done once with one of my pregnancies, and it didn't really help to progress it. It just made it more strong and intense. And so I opted to not get that now. For me, I didn't really like it. I didn't think it made it any faster. A lot of times, like, for me, my water doesn't break. I have to get my water broken at the birth center. And one thing I do notice is once I get my water broken, it goes really fast. but it's whether or not I'm ready. She says you have to be ready mentally to have your water broken, because once it does, it's coming. And a lot of times my labors have lasted a little longer than they probably would have, because I wasn't ready mentally to have my water broken and ready for that, you know, that pain and everything coming on so fast. And then I had to like nod and give them, you know, the permission. Okay, I'm mentally there. I'm ready to get this over with. You know, let's, you know, break my water. I usually, for my birth, like I don't like yell. I'm not a big yelling person like some people, but I am a whiner. I will whine. I will be like, oh my word, I want an epidural, even though I don't. And I'll say, I don't think I can do this, you know. That's some of the things that I say. And like I said in my last bump date, I discovered that delivering on my side is way better because you don't tear. I didn't deliver on my side with the first child and tore really bad. And then they told me to try delivering on my side because that leads to less tearing, and I never tore since then. So I deliver all my kids since then on my side. And I just reiterate that on my birth plan to my midwife. My husband, I wrote on my birth plan too for them. He likes to catch the baby, like if he can, like just like catching, not like a baseball, but he just likes to like help when the baby's coming out to pick the baby up. And then he also obviously cuts the umbilical cord, but I actually might have Taya participate in that too with him. I think that could be a cool father-daughter experience. And then lastly, I just expressed my concern on the birth plan with breastfeeding with them because of all my breastfeeding issues in the past, which was discussed in the last bump date. Hopefully that won't happen this time around, but I just let them know that I struggle with that and I struggle with breast infections. So yeah, I got this done and typed out. This is what they like to see and read. And so yeah, her hopes and dreams are done. Everything's filled out. All the paperwork's ready for the baby and we're ready to go. A few more weeks, guys, till I get to meet little Linnea and you guys get to meet little Linnea. So that's it for today's bump date. Like I said, next time I'll show you my birth bag and what's in it and what I like in it and what I don't like in it that they listed, what I don't like listing in it. And maybe next time I will include Talia in the bump date, get her opinion on the birth experience too. And actually what I can do is after the birth, I can have her sit with me and explain how the birth experience was for a 10-year-old and what she thought of it. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, hit subscribe. Leave any comments below if you have any comments to me or questions. So until next time, guys, make sure you fly high and dream big.